Hey guys, I'm Abby. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm starting on a new project, sort of. I guess I wouldn't start it because I've already kind of started it, but I'm hoping to finish it this week and take you guys along for it. If you've seen some of my other vlogs as of late, you know I'm working on a quilt along, so I'm going to work on that a little bit today for this week's task, but I'm also gonna work on a different quilt that I've had for a little bit and kind of finish it up because it is a smaller quilt. But if you are into quilting, you've probably heard of this designer and the many kind of designs she does. It's very similar, they're very kind of unique, but I have one of them and I'm working on it, so I need to finish that up today and I'll show you it real quick. So you've probably seen some designs, but this is by Elizabeth Hartman. She does many designs like this where it's animals within these quilts, and I have the koala one here, and I'm doing like this small quilt on the back with just 2 koalas, but that's what I'm working on today. I picked this up a while ago and I do have fabric, and I do have all the fabric, and I've actually started, I've cut out all these pieces that you need for this small little quilt. So that's why I said I've kind of already started on it, because I have cut out all the fabric and the pieces that I need. So now basically I just need to sew it together. It was fairly simple to cut out. I think the only hard pieces was like these koala pieces, just because it wasn't like with a quilt you usually cut strips and then you cut them into squares, but this, it was basically, she just had a layout of all the pieces that you need and you had to go along and cut each one individually. So it took a little while and concentration just to make sure you did it correctly. But and then there's also like these tiny little pieces and like these different fabrics, but got all the pieces cut out. It didn't take me too long. I did them not long ago when I was at my mom's house and she wanted to sew together, so I went and cut these out. Again, like I said, I'm doing just the small quilt with 2 koalas, and I have, you know, the light and dark and then the white and black, and then I'm doing of course the tree and the leaves, and then I have this blue background that's the same kind of looking pattern as the green. And I want to say I have enough green for the back of the fabric, but I have plenty of the blue and green left to do whatever. But I have all my pieces cut out so I can get started working on sewing them together. I need to read the instructions to see how to go about it, but it's my first time doing an Elizabeth Hartman quilt, but my mom and my sister have done them before. So if I have any problems, I can just text them and see how to go about it. But that's the main project I'm working on right now, besides the quilt along, which I need to do this week's. So I might end this vlog on that, but we can get started on these koalas. So thank goodness I'm working on the koala's face first. Thank goodness they had me sew these like tiny little ones first, because they're a little difficult, or you know, not too hard, but they're weird because they're so tiny to work with. But starting on the koala's face. Well, I gotta say, look how cute these things are, but I've already made a mistake. So you see, the eyes are supposed to go on the outside, not the inside. So I have to now unstitch these, and thank goodness I'm not making more than 2, because that would be a lot more unstitching, but I gotta unstitch these and switch them so I can have the eyes in the right place. But look how cute they are looking at. They're so tiny. Gotta fix these now. Okay, so I fixed them. Thank goodness I'm only doing 2 koalas, because it took a little longer than I thought it would, but now the eyes are in the correct place for their part. So now I can move on to the next portion, which is putting on more of the face and then getting to the ears. Alright, so I've messed up again. I sewed these corners on only to realize that I did the brown because that's what's in the picture, but that's because their background is brown, mine is blue. So I have to like unsew these, put on the right color, and then deal with the like extra weirdness of that. I already cut it, but I mean, I just have to figure that out. Hopefully with the brown, I have to cut that, but I have to go cut more brown later. I left this fabric at my mom's, but hopefully I can fix this, or I just have to make more of these colors later. So, little mess up number 2. But the faces are kind of coming together. This would take a lot less time if I stop screwing up. Gonna unstitch these and put the right color on and continue, and know that if it's brown in the picture, it's blue on my quilt. Okay, so I managed to get the right blue pieces on. Hopefully the cut brown pieces that came off will be all right wherever they go, but I can just cut more brown. Little faces are coming together. I don't know if I just need to like pay attention more, but I think it just threw me off because of the colors of the picture. I'm doing everything the same, like color scheme, except for the background. That's blue instead of brown, so just need to pay attention a little bit more going forward. But they're coming together slowly. So I have the block for the faces done. I only happened to make one more mistake of sewing like one of these blocks on backwards, but easily undone and fixed. So yeah, have the cute little faces done together. Even though I've messed up a lot, they're turning out well and cute. Hopefully I can just stop making mistakes here forward, but I think next is to make the body parts. But I think I'm going to wait to do that tomorrow because it's kind of later at night. It's only 4:30. It's just like raining outside, so it looks dark out. But I think I'm going to work on the body tomorrow, and then you start on the leaves. But I got the most detailed part done, which is nice. Cute little heads. Alright, so it's the next day. Yesterday I finished the head parts of the koalas, so today we're going to start on the body parts, which thank goodness it's larger pieces so it won't be as hard. Hopefully I won't mess up as much. But I did figure out that the brown pieces that I accidentally used yesterday can be used today. So thank goodness I don't have to figure out how to replace those or something. They are corner pieces, so since they are already cut, I just have to make sure to sew them on correctly and I can use them. Yeah, here are my koala heads. So I started laying out the body pieces, and I do actually use brown this time because they connect to the tree. So I'm gonna make the body and then we can start on the leaves. I am wondering though, I cut this a while ago, but I think I'm missing a white piece. Because I'm pretty sure this piece is this E, but I'm missing like this S. I don't know where it is or if I lost it somewhere, but I have white fabric in my stash, so I can maybe use that if I need to cut out some more pieces. But yeah, I don't know if I'm missing them. I never cut them. Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna get, these are the pieces I accidentally cut, so I just have to make sure to sew them on this way and they'll, you know, flip over like this. So thank goodness I can use them. But we can get started. Well, there's two things. I figured out that I'm not missing a piece. This S is actually supposed to be brown because it's part of the tree, so that was fine. I had that. But I started working on this piece, this little like body into the tree, and of course I sewed them all wrong. They're all supposed to be like sewn on this side, these sides. So I have to unstitch these and add to my mistake total. If I would just pay attention, I would know that these are supposed to be, you know, longer pieces. You know, it's like this piece, it's supposed to be long, not short. So, have to unstitch those now. At least I figured out I'm not missing pieces, so that's fine. But unstitching those next. Alright, so Now I have the body pieces together. I did, you know, a left and a right, thank goodness, correctly. But they're really coming together. It's really cute. There's still, I guess there's still pieces to do, but I got the body pieces together. This project, I swear it's gonna be dubbed the project of 1,000 mistakes because, or 1,000 troubles, because not only all the mistakes I've been making, but like I've had my thread break so many times while sewing this. I don't know why. I guess it doesn't like doing all the corners, but I have, you know, basically the 4 main pieces of the head and the body together. So now I can start working on the leaves here and then really starting to put the quilt together. Thank goodness I'm not doing more than 2 koalas. I don't know if I'll ever do like the big quilt because that would just be a lot, I feel like. But yeah, starting to come together. I can start working on the smaller pieces, or like the detail pieces, which the leaves. Alright, so all my leaves are done, but now starts the cool part of piecing these koalas together. I'm gonna start with like, you know, these small ones and then work down. So yeah, exciting to finally put the koalas together, but Pilo's getting smaller, so that means I'm getting closer to being finished, which is nice. Koalas, leaves, now the rest. Then I got my pile of scraps. Okay, oh my gosh, these things look so cute. I didn't make any mistakes. It's much easier once you get to like sewing straight lines of pieces together, but they turned out so well. They're so cute. Maybe worth all the frustrations and mistakes, but still glad I'm only doing 2. But what I only have left to do is like the other pieces of the trees and the background, because I'm on the last page, you know, and that's what it will look like when it's done, just with a blue background. Only have a few more pieces left, and my koalas will be done. So this is my first time doing, you know, Elizabeth Hartman, and I gotta say, they are very cute, but I understand when my mom and sister were talking about, it's a lot sometimes. You have to really focus, and there's so many like different sizes pieces, so, but I think it's worth it. They're so cute. But yeah, almost done with my koalas. So I finished my koala quilt. I think it turned out really good. I mean, it was a little wonky doing the big pieces here and there, but you know, it turned out all right. I think I am still glad I did the smaller quilt instead of the big one with so many of the koalas, but I really like how the blue turned out as the background, and I had all the pieces, they all fit. So yeah, I finished my first little animal piecing Elizabeth Hartman quilt. You know, I kind of dubbed this the project of 1,000 frustrations, but I made it through. I survived. It's done. Yeah, they're very cute. I like them. But yeah, now that it's done, I can move on to just getting the binding and the back ready for my mom to go there and quilt, for her to quilt. And then I need to still work on my quilt along for this week. I'm not going to put that in the video. I was originally planning on it, but I think this video is long enough with all the mess ups and stuff. So I am going to end this video here. It's nice to work on kind of a more challenging project, even though it was frustrating. It's very satisfying when you're done. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. All right, bye guys.